morning, Oviedo. I'm Cody.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're here at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Today we're here to give you a sneak peek of all the terrors it has to offer.
If you're a fan of the horror genre, this is the place to be. Universal's Halloween Horror Nights really brings to life the terrors of the big screen.
This special event takes place from late September to early November.
And today is October 15th. So before we dive in, let's go stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So Sarah, this is actually my first Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, are you scared?
No. Yes. Extremely. It's just people running around wearing toilet paper like mummies, right?
It's gonna be a long night for you, Cody. I'm very sad to say.
Oh, okay.
Actually, let's go ask the show director and see what it takes to scare thousands of people each year.
We look at trends, like, for this year, Walking Dead is huge, so we decided, let's go ahead and devote a large portion of the thematic to Walking Dead, between the street program and the maze. But it's actually the hardest process, is deciding what the theme should be. There's a lot of people at that table deciding, what properties do we want to go after. We as horror fans, what do we want to try and replicate and bring to the table? Like American Werewolf in London is not really a movie that would pop into the top of people's heads, but for us, it's a classic horror film that we want to bring to life. So we did that this year. Each house takes about 4 weeks to build, and the entire process starts now. Like, we are already beginning next year's event, the beginning stages of what it's going to be. And it takes a full year, to bring this thing to life. But the mazes will start construction in about April, May, and it'll go through just before we open the gates for the guests. So yeah, it's a huge undertaking, a lot of content, but we got a lot of dedicated people here to do it. What these guys and girls do every single night for the entire event is really strenuous, because imagine literally having the same amount of energy jumping out from one spot as many times as you can all night. It takes a really dedicated individual and a passionate person that wants to scare people, and that's who we attract, that's who we want in the event. The characters certainly, they'll get a sense that I'm in the maze, and they'll kind of pass the word along. But they'll sometimes switch where they're standing sometimes. Each room has a couple points where they're able to scare from. And a couple times this year already, I've been surprised by a few of them, and they definitely get a huge round of applause every time they do it. I'll literally stop the line, give them a round of applause, and because it's tough to scare me and anybody that designed the mazes, because we know exactly where everything is. So when they're able to do that, it's fun. It's hard to get scared anymore, and I really enjoy it when I'm able to, because you know it so well. It's tough to be frightened by it. But werewolves this year get me every time. The werewolves are terrifying.
As the night settles in, as well as the rain, we've taken refuge in the barn from The Walking Dead to get away from the fleshing zombies from The Walking Dead, as well as demonic possession from Evil Dead.
And the parasitic zombies from Resident Evil are here, as well as all of the creepy happenings from Cabin in the Woods.
Now let's go back to the studio to take a break from the horrors to get your announcements.
Wow, I'd hate to be Cody and Sarah right now.
Me too. It looks fun, but way too scary.
Now here are your announcements. The next programming club meeting is scheduled for Thursday, October 17th.
There will be an FCA meeting on Wednesday morning in Miss Coleman's room, 8017. We will be taking shirt orders and making plans for homecoming. All FCA members, please be there.
There will be a fishing club meeting Thursday the 17th in Coach Foss's room, building 12, room 016.
Who says there's no football game Friday? We've got a top-notch matchup between the junior and senior girls in our annual Powder Puff game coming to John Courier Field this Friday, October 18th. There will be a Challenger pregame starting at 6:30, followed by the annual junior-senior battle at 7. Gates open at 6. Pre-sale tickets will be sold during lunches Wednesday through Friday for $5. Tickets are $6 at the gate.
ASL Club will be having a meeting today at 2:30 in Building 13, room 011. We will be discussing the homecoming parade. Please bring completed applications and club dues.
In honor of the Powder Puff game, there will be a pep rally this Friday afternoon. Show your support for your team. Wear orange for the juniors, black for the seniors. Underclassmen, you can get involved too. OHS tank tops can be worn to this pep rally and will be available for purchase during lunches, Wednesday through Friday. Cost for the tank tops is $15.
The freshman meeting that was scheduled for last week has been rescheduled for Thursday, October 17th. Please meet in Miss Swander's room, Building 8, room 218 at 2:30.
Come out and support your Lions volleyball team in their final 2 matches of the regular season as they take on Haggerty on the road tomorrow night and Lyman at home for senior night on Thursday. The game at Lyman will also be a pink out game. Hope to see you there.
Hey seniors, are you panicking about writing your college application essays? Don't put them off to the last minute. The Oviedo High School Writing Center is sponsoring a college essay workshop. The event will be held in the Media Center at 7:00 p.m. on October 17th. We will provide students with information on writing a great college application essay. Tips and tricks as well as admission secrets will be revealed. All students and parents are welcome.
Need help with math? Mu Alpha Theta, the Math Honor Society, will be offering free math tutoring from 2:30 to 3 on Tuesdays in Mr. G's room. All subjects from Algebra 1 to Calculus will be covered.
It's that time of year again for the annual PTSA Reflections Contest. This year's theme is Believe, Dream, Inspire. There are 5 categories for submission: visual arts and photography, musical composition, film production, dance choreography, and literature. If you're interested, registration forms are available with Mr. Morgan in the front office. The deadline for submission is Friday, November 8th. Let's show everyone the talent that Oviedo High School has to offer.
Sophomore and junior students interested in a summer cultural exchange program at Princeton University, please see Dr. Williams in guidance for more information. Full scholarships are available.
So Emily, why do you think people even want to go to Halloween Horror Nights? It seems pretty scary.
I have no idea. I'm way too terrified to go.
Now let's go to Austin, Katie, and Elizabeth to find out why.
Halloween is a holiday centered around fear. Every year, thrill seekers spend hundreds of dollars on admission to haunted houses, horrifying costumes, and exciting decorations.
Anything to bring the exhilaration that comes along with fear.
But why do people get scared? It could be out of anticipation, or maybe the fear of the unknown. But the origins of our fear date back to our ancient ancestors, who either lived outside or in caves. When night came, their predators could no longer be seen. This primal fear has stayed with us, even though we're no longer at risk of being devoured by tigers in the middle of the night.
Also, listen to this familiar horror movie sound. Why does this make the audience feel so uneasy? Again, the answer lies in our past. The high pitch of the sound effect actually imitates the sound of a baby crying. The evolutionary instinct to protect our young triggers the feelings of panic and restlessness.
No matter what the cause, when fear comes, it takes complete control of the body. Symptoms include high blood pressure, an accelerated heart rate, nervous sweating, shallow breath, and tense muscles. Once the brain processes the threat, it releases either a flight, fight, or freeze response. But the brain often acts before any rational thoughts can be gathered, which is understandable in a moment of terror.
There's an element of primal desires that go on in all of us. I mean, sport events, things that we don't have to do. We don't have to run into each other on a football field, but we like it. At the same time, we don't have to scare ourselves to death. We have lights at night. We have ways to protect ourselves. But it's sort of being able to walk back into that world and experience those emotions that were very real for people in the past.
There are many reasons as to why fear is caused, but it's almost always just because of our natural reflexes.
So enjoy your Halloween season.
And remember to watch your back.
Well, tonight has definitely been scarier than those 9 weeks exams. This is about all the horror I could take.
Hope you enjoy your sneak peek, Oviedo.
If we survive, we'll see you tomorrow. Signing off, I'm Cody.
And I'm Sarah.
Have a horrific day.